welcome back to In Development. Last episode I was working on the map, and it just feels very empty because there's no trees or anything. So I want to work on that now, and these trees will be able to be cut down, which means the very first thing I'm going to do is work on my pickaxe and axe because currently they deal no damage and swing incorrectly. That took way longer than it should have, but it's all working now. The pickaxe and axe now deal damage, so I can work on the trees. Now, I have some tree models that I've already made up. However, they have issues like unconnected seams, so I will have to spruce them up a bit later. But for now, they're fine. Last episode, I complained about this green reflection from the grass, and J-Theme, thank you for pointing out there's actually lumen. You can see the difference here as I switch between lumen and screen space. J-Theme also suggested I use the voxel plugin, which allows you to do crazy things like this. However, that would require me to completely remake my landscape from scratch, so I think I'll give that a pass for now. Guess who just spent 2 hours procrastinating and working on the map? Progress is progress, but I really need to get these trees and metal nodes done. But here you can see I've expanded on the hinterlands, which is this section of the map, and I've blocked out the mountain. This area behind it is the backwaters, and that's just a bit lower. It's not a beach, but it's closer to the water. This area I have left untouched as of now, which is the coastal plains. This part, the quarry, you can see I've kind of tried to make it look like the cliffs of the plateau are falling down, and that's why it's a quarry. It'll just have lots of rocks and stuff that you can destroy there. I haven't touched the forest, and I've added this little area close to the bridge to the next island. It's kind of like a water runoff area, so if I ever get around to it and add rain, I will try and make it so that little streams and stuff appear of the water running into the ocean. I have another one here, but at the very least, if I don't do that, it still just looks nice. And of course, as you can see, I've got a tiny little, just like ankle deep water there. Since it is a lower area, the water has nowhere to go. Onto cutting down the trees. It took a little while, but here I now have a tree that you can cut down. It's very simple how it works. You cut it down, and it just spawns some wood, disappears for a bit, and then eventually it comes back. In the previous version of this game, I had it so that the trees would spawn in random places. But I'm thinking, especially with this small map, I will place them myself, because there are a lot of issues that I didn't know how to fix, like them spawning on cliffs and things like that, as well as, for some reason, they would always spawn outside of the area that I wanted them to. It's better to have predictable trees and nodes, in my opinion, so that the player can memorize where they are and be rewarded by efficient resource gathering. Now I will make some rocks and metal nodes to mine. And here you can see the rocks and metal nodes work exactly the same. It's worth mentioning that it checks the damage type, that damage type being either axe or pickaxe, and it will only allow itself to take damage if you're cutting the wood with an axe and hitting the rock with a pickaxe, etc. And now I have tree variants. The bigger the tree, the more health, but also the more wood it drops. That's all I have time for today. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good rest of your day.